Today we're with Wensco showing you the 663 Laminator, our most productive top heat machine that has features and benefits that any shop could find valuable in their production facility. The unit is very easy to assemble, in essence because it is a full cabinet body unit. There is no assembly other than to attach your touchscreen control panel as well as your foot switch. Everything else rolls right out of the crate and is ready to plug in on a standard 110 volt outlet. The 663 and the smart technology that comes with it is meant for repeatability so that I can program the machine to run repeated jobs if I have the same kind of workflow that comes in weekly. I'm using the same materials, same laminates. I can use the presets in here, leave a post-it note or something for the next operator to say that we run ABC's work at speed 5, pressure of 12, and at 110 degrees so that there's no guesswork as to what successfully works for them or not. One of the other functions that you can see on here if you have no time to help a new operator is we have a tutorial on how to do your web. So it's almost like an onboard operator's manual. The onboard control panel allows you to see how the materials are webbed through the side view of the laminator, as well as what all the functions are for your knobs that are on the sides of the machine, and your fast forward and incremental raising and lowering of those rollers. So very informative, but also intuitive into allowing your operators to kind of learn sort of things on their own. So aside from the full cabinet and easy setup and the electronic control panel, you are raising and lowering your roller with no longer needing to use a hand wheel. It's also very quiet. You'll hear there's no air compressor attached because the nip controls are done electronically, either through a touch of a button or by setting up my presets. If I get down to 0 and I'm ready to laminate, I can add extra pressure by putting extra force down on those rollers. And when I apply that, the machine will automatically adjust to that. So even the most difficult of laminating jobs is going to be done very easily without a lot of issue. One of the main features of the 663 with smart technology is the ability for us to manage the usage of the materials that you're laminating with. If I go into my counter, it'll tell me the entire life's usage. So we've run 1,000 feet off this laminator in particular, only 2 feet today. But if I start with 150 feet and I run additional materials, this machine will count for me how many feet are actually being run, not only in that particular job, but throughout the day. And why that's important is if you've got somebody that says, oh, I'm waiting to get to their job or they've done it, you wanted to come in and actually check to see what usage they've gone through that day, you can actually see how many feet they've run. Now, once you have that information in there, your actual laminate, the finish of it, how much is left and the dates and all of that, I can print a label out that will tell me how much is actually remaining on the roll, the last date I used it, and what the material is, so I can just drop that right onto the roll. The end user wouldn't know or have to guess how much is left for a job if they have to, finish up a task from a day before. Another feature that the 663 incorporates, as well as our 500 series, is our rear rewind assembly slitter. So I could re-spool all my laminated prints onto this shaft, but also utilize the inline slitters by creating trim on the edge or in between graphics. If I'm doing multiple roll label stock and I want to be able to cut in between graphics, you can put up to 4 slitter heads on this slitter attachment and be able to trim the edges as well as in between those graphics. They're rotary, they last longer than the old traditional plow blades, and they're meant for long-term production use. Now, where the blades rest are on a nylon segmented roller. There's 8 sections to it. So if you get wear and tear in a specific wear area where you've always utilized the slitter blades, you can easily remove one of these pieces and flip it over or interchange them so that you can create a new wear area where you can do your trim. So with all your new GFP laminators, you're going to get 2 alignment discs. And these alignment discs go onto your supply shafts so that it helps keep a true edge to both the laminate and the roll of media. Many shops that are loading material on, whether it's your laminate or your prints for roll to roll, will oftentimes telescope as you slide it on. And these alignment discs are meant to keep a true justified edge. along with the rulers that are on the actual supply shafts, you can line this up basically from 0 out to 63 inches or 64 inches. And if it's a 54-inch roll of vinyl, you're going to be lining this up at the 27-inch mark. Real convenient features on the 663 include a swing-up feed table, so I can load and unload my materials or clear out the material to see what might be causing a jam or something like that if I had a wrap around the bottom roller. You'll also notice that I have swing-out mandrels now that will allow me to load and unload my material very easily by sliding on or off. I no longer have to slide the shaft into my roll off of another side table and then bring it back in. So you've got an operator that's maybe challenged by lifting 50 pounds of material, a laminate roll or a roll of media onto the laminator. This feature adds a lot of comfort for that operator to load and unload. Those swing out mandrels are not only on your print roll side, but they're also on your laminate side, as well as your rear take-up assembly. On the 663 swing-up shaft, you're going to notice a roller bar that's meant for sheet-fed material. So if you're taking a 4x8 sheet of material and wanting to laminate it all by itself without anything coming through on a roll-to-roll application, this roller bar helps keep that print down flat so that when it enters the machine, it's not going to be coming in all cockeyed. With each new GFP laminator, you receive an accessory kit. The accessory kit includes a magnetic tray for catching little tape rolls, cutting blades, whatever it is that you're looking to keep near the machine, your foot switch, an operator's manual, a little zippy knife. We call it the red rabbit because it looks like a little rabbit kind of squatted down, magnetized, as well as a cover that covers the bottom of the laminator. You have all your tools that come with it. You won't really need anything other than various Allen wrenches and or a Phillips screwdriver. And that's pretty much all that would ever be needing to work on the machine.
I just wanted to thank Sam for coming out today, and what I'm hearing is the GFP 663 with smart technology is made to maximize profits by increasing your productivity, the repeatable functionality, as well as minimizing the waste that you'll have on any of the jobs you're going to run.
I couldn't say it any better myself.
Well, great. Well, if you have any questions, we'll leave a link in the description below. You can also contact your sales rep. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.